What is going on? What is going on? Oh, yeah. Welcome, we're live.
I don't
Welcome,
know.
we're live.
I
We're
can't
live.
see what you're doing,
We're live.
so.
It worked. It worked.
Yay.
Yay!
Okay. So
Okay.
at
So
some point,
at
every
some
woman
point,
in
every
this
woman
space
in
had
this
to figure out
space
money
had to
on her
figure out
own.
money
No
on her own.
blueprint, no
No
financial
blueprint, no
literacy,
financial
class that
literacy
actually mattered.
class that actually
No
mattered.
one in her
No
corner
one in
explaining
her
what to
corner
do with her
explaining what to do with
first
her
real paycheck.
first real paycheck.
This episode
This
is
episode
a
is
conversation
a conversation
about
about spending.
spending.
So, welcome to ROI of You, episode number two. Whoa. Going into it, yeah, we're gonna be talking about spending. So it's not like anything about losing money, but just the energy of how to use it to your advantage and how we do it as 20-year-olds.
All right, so let's jump right in.
Let's jump right
So
in.
starting off, I guess the first
I
question
guess the
that
first
people have
question
for you
that
guys
people have for you
is
guys
how were you guys raised
is how
to
were you
see
guys
money
raised to see
as
money
a whole?
as a whole?
That's a really
Interesting question. And I feel like that kind of goes, it's like really different, right? With each individual family, and it depends on how your parents were. But for me, I was raised by a single mom, so that held a really big impact on our finances because she had to provide and support for our entire family, basically, like even my grandparents. So because of that, honestly, like growing up, I saw money as scarce. So she was so big on saving, like always like putting away like half of her paycheck and like making the rest like each individual dollar, each individual cent like last for groceries, for bills, for the mortgage, for the car, you know? So honestly, like growing up, she really taught me how to save. So that's something I'm really grateful for, but she never actually invested. So that's something I'm gonna take as like the next step for the education that I know. What about you guys? Yeah, so that's great that you mentioned investing. So when I grew up, me and my twin brother, we were raised by my mom and my dad, and we were told from a young age that we should never have money just stagnant, just not doing anything with no movement. And so, well, my mom is an entrepreneur, and my dad kind of is also an entrepreneur. He's also working a full-time job as well, so he's doing both. And one thing that we did as a kid was to open our Roth IRAs, like the first thing out of, and like I'm very blessed that I was able to even have that knowledge in the first place. Because looking back from like last semester in class, someone brought up ROI. Someone brought up Roth IRAs and traditional IRAs in class as a topic to talk about for a speech, and after I went up, and I was just really curious. So I was like, hey, raise your hand if you own a Roth IRA account just in your bank, right? And no one raised their hands. And this is a class of like 40 plus students who are just our age, like 20s, even maybe like 19. But other than that, they didn't raise their hands. And it was heartbreaking because they were never told or taught that. And it really sucks for them because it's like, oh my God. Because like this is one thing that like you need to start early because you will benefit faster long term. You'll benefit
long term if you start earlier.
Yeah. Isn't
So,
this so
yeah.
crazy
Isn't
how
this so
like
crazy how
school
like
is supposed to be about
school is
setting you
supposed to
up
be
for
about
your
setting
future
you up for
and
your
making sure
future
that
and making
you
sure
live
that
your life
you
out
live
in
your
like a
life out
proper,
in like a proper,
secure manner.
secure
That's what it's
manner.
been
That's what it's
essentially
been
marketed as.
essentially
but
marketed as, but
they don't even tell you
you
the one of the most basic things
one of the most
to
basic
setting
things
yourself up for the
to
future,
setting yourself up for the future,
which is investing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's something basic that they should be teaching you. And they don't even teach us about taxes. They don't teach us about mortgages, about how credit cards work, or like all these basic financial things that are honestly going to make or break your future, right? But they purposely don't do that to benefit them. So that honestly is tragic.
And
Yeah,
on the,
Mhm.
and on
Yeah.
the topic
and
of
on the topic of
things that we learn in school
things that
not
we
related
learn in
to
school
finance,
not
has there
related
been
to finance,
anything
has there been
in
anything
your guys' experience
in your
in
guys'
school
experience
that
in
has
school
helped you guys
that
with
has
finance?
helped you
Maybe
guys with finance?
some
Maybe
spending
some
habits,
spending
maybe some
habits,
things
maybe
to
some
maybe stay
things
away from.
to maybe stay
Maybe it's
away
like even
from.
just
Maybe it's like
seeing
even
someone
just
else
seeing
spend
someone else spend
and rack up like
and
three
rack
hundred
up
thousand
like
dollars
three
in
hundred
student
thousand
loan debt. So
dollars
you'd
in
be like,
student
okay,
loan debt. So you're like, okay,
that's not gonna be me.
That's not gonna be me.
Um, trying to think. Uh, I guess I don't know. Most of my friends, at least, they liked saving money. I think everyone in my friend group, at least, except actually one guy. He spent his money all the time. But here's the thing, like I had this friend group, we didn't like they saved money. But I'd go into other environments where I'm talking to like coworkers, for example, and this one thing stuck out to me was I was working and this coworker of mine was like really excited for their paycheck. And this was like an older woman. She already had children and a whole family. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait for my paycheck to come. I can't wait for that because I'm going to go out with the girls. I'm going to go drink and I'm going to like buy all this stuff." And I'm kind of like, okay, go you. Like, that's awesome. But is this like every single time that you get your paycheck, you're just like spending it like on leisure activities? Like, you aren't saving it, you aren't putting it away into something, you aren't, buying a large like investment of something that's going to have value in the future. Like, I don't know. The environment is completely different, and the mindset of other people are different when it comes to like their first paycheck. Oh my god, I can't wait to go shopping spree. Like,
Yeah, and I like it's honestly like I love that you brought that up because it's so crazy to see like how different people from different families spend their money, right? So it's like you can really see how their parents spend it because that's usually exactly how they. So like honestly, a lot of the people like that, like they're just never taught, and it like it makes me it's so heartbreaking because it's just like if you're from that environment, if your parents like never if your parents always got their paycheck and then they would also go purchase these leisurely things right after, that's usually what's gonna turn out for you as well. But it's like if you're like blessed like you, Kaylee, it's like your parents like have taught you from the start, 18, open this Roth, like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that for you, then that's what you come out as. So it's like it's honestly crazy to see like all these different outcomes from like different parents and like how they also spend their money. But yeah, I hope she gets like more education, but I also like can't blame her. It's just like that's her environment and like that's how she was raised probably. That's how she's always lived. And I can just hope it'll be like a little bit better, like a little bit more progress later on. Yeah.
yeah, I really am just like I kind of felt bad because I was like, oh, like how long have you been working at this place? And
Yeah.
I like, and your husband also works at the same place, and it's not really like you know, a job where you know,
Dead
um,
end.
Yeah.
like a
It's like
long-term job, I guess.
Exactly.
And not end goal. Yeah, exactly. Not end goal job, and like you are both working there. I don't know. I get uncomfortable sometimes about like thinking about other people's situation.
I know. Yeah.
Dead end
Dead end
jobs are
jobs are
scary.
scary.
No, yeah, they are scary. You honestly just like get stuck in a cycle, you know? It's like a cycle of like, it's like that little line of like being content, but then you're also like, oh, I can do better, but like I'm kind of comfortable, you know? Like she already has her
Yeah.
family, she already has her husband, she's has a stable 9 to 5 job, you know? So it's like, it's so much more energy to be able to like go out and like build that business and like start whatever dream she wants when she could just be comfortable.
Yeah, like I'm seeing this family working here, and it's just like they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're basically just barely making it, and they're fine. Like they're okay, you know? Like sure, maybe they don't own a house, but like they're fine. They're making it paycheck to paycheck, doing this job, but they're definitely burnt out. And seeing them at work, they're always very tired, and it's just, it kind of is heartbreaking to see that
Yeah.
around us.
No, I
And
agree.
there's so many other people like that. There are so many people like that,
Mhm.
just barely making it paycheck to paycheck, and they're just like, it's okay. I got
Yeah.
this. Like, it's all right. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay.
So
So
yeah, for a lot of people that, or there
or
may
there
be
may
some
be some
people that are
people that are
listening that
listening
are
that are
in that
in that
situation
situation
currently.
currently.
Mhm.
So
So
Mhm.
I want
I
you
want you
guys
guys
to, or I want to give you guys a little bit of like a scenario, and I want you guys to kind of tell
tell
everybody
everybody
what you
what
would
you
do,
would do,
and
and
what
what
if
if
imagine you guys were in this kind of dead end job scenario, right?
right?
I know
I
you
know
guys
you
would
guys would
probably
probably
never
never
find
find
yourselves in that
yourselves in that
situation
situation
because
because
after a year or two, you guys would probably explode and start a business. But if, let's
if let's
say,
say
life
life
did
did
play out
play
in a
out in a
way
way
where you
where you
were
were
at a
at a
place
place
for
for
10
10
years
years
and
and
you
you
had been complacent, what would be the first thing that you would do upon seeing and realizing your situation?
So, first thing I would do, unless, well, some jobs do offer retirement plans if you are lucky, and you aren't like they have a foundation where you can take money out of your paycheck, kind of like social security, but for
Like a
retirement.
like a
Well,
401k?
401k.
they're both, yeah, they're, yeah, basically like a 401k. um but a retirement plan, some companies do that, and if you work there over a whole year, you can start putting in more percentage into the retirement plan from your paycheck, and that can accumulate over time. That's one great option if that's already available. The second thing is also opening that Roth IRA account, because letting your money just sit in your bank account, in your checking account, is not an option. It should never be the first thing you should do. Is don't put it in there. Just put it into things that will grow over time. Certificates at the bank, Roth IRA accounts, if anything, also savings, but like that's not really much of a percentage back, but you're still getting something, right? All those small steps. And then also opening a Charles Schwab account. If you don't know what Charles Schwab is, it's stock, basically. Like it's stock market, right? If I'm saying that correctly. But you can also open a Roth IRA account in Schwab, in the Charles Schwab account, and then you can also just start funneling your money that you're saving into that, and then you can like have it invest in like I don't know, like a portion of the S&P 500, which is just like a whole range of like 500 multimillionaire companies that are running well, and then you can get a percentage back. Like just finding small ways to just allow your money to start growing, without you touching it, without you having to lift a finger. Right? That's the whole entire mindset you really need to get down, is how can I make this money grow without me moving a fucking finger, right? Like, how can I do it without having to touch it, without having to take my time away, right? You want the money to start growing on its own. That's like the first thing. And I know it's very scary, but like the things I just listed, super easy, small, doable, easy steps, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's valid. I feel like a solid, at least my specific game plan, especially since I'm gonna be starting my new job soon, is like building that 6 month emergency fund, right? Because you need some liquid money. Like at the end of the day, like you need some money in your bank. So have that like liquid just in case, which is like aka available money. And then
Yeah.
also put a portion in a high yield savings account. It's really good because it's more liquid than like an investment account, right? And then put the rest in your Roth and then start building like your Charles Schwab and like Ameritrade and all of that, just like your investment portfolios. But yeah, CDs are also good because it's like kind of the same as a HISA, which is like about 5-ish%. Like CDs are like 3 now usually. So those are like other good areas you can put your money instead of just letting it sit in a checking account, which is getting beat by inflation each year. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, but to go back to the question, yeah, I see some like dead end job for 10 years. First of all, Kaylee and I, just, nah, not us, not us.
Never.
But never. But honestly, like if I was there for 10 years, like in another universe version of us, I would ask myself why, like why was I so scared to not follow my dreams? Like what was really like stopping me, Was it like fear? Was it purely financial? Was it something else? So the first thing I would do is ask myself why. The second thing is make sure that I have like a really good financial safety net before I fully headfirst jump into like whatever business venture I do. Because like that's the reason I got my bachelor's because I needed like that safety net, right? Like before you even start like that business. So those are the first two things that I would do. But what about you, Kaylee?
Yeah, so great thing that you started talking about safety net. So that's kind of similar to planning a, like, let's just say like a 3-week backpacking trip. You're planning for how much food you need, how much clothing you're going to be bringing, how light everything is going to be, and where you're going to be getting your water. Right. You're kind of just planning ahead for this whole entire traveling experience, right? But taking that idea, since I know that you just came back from Joshua Tree for your first backpacking trip, love, that's similar in a way, but long term, more than just 3 weeks or however long you did your trip, right? It's for your whole entire life. You're creating this safety net of, hey, if something goes bad, if this doesn't really work out, I still have this extra cushion, right? So what I kind of do is I always make sure that I have like at least like 1K in my checking, so that if I need to, pay something off really quickly or go on a larger shopping trip for food or whatnot, like I still have like a good cushion. And then everything else, I just start putting it into stock, into certificates. Really, really fun experience, honestly. If you just go to your bank and you just ask, hey, what are some high yield certificates that you have right now, and how long, like they normally have them in like, yeah, put your money in for around like 3 to 6 months and you'll get this percent back, which is really great. especially if you have some extra cash laying around where it's not growing as much, like especially in your savings. You can be like, hey, can you move this amount from my savings account into this certificate that has a higher percent back? Like, for example, if your savings is only 1%, that's not growing that much. But for example, that certificate is like 3 to 5%. It's like, okay, I'm not touching this money anyways. Might as well just let it grow, but a higher percent back. So I definitely recommend people going just to their banks. They want you to put money into the certificates. They want that, and they are so helpful, and they will do it for you. I've had a great experience with my bank. I bank at a very local county credit union, which is really nice. But yeah, definitely look into certificates. Got lost. I got lost track though.
I have certificates at credit union too. So yeah, I vouch for them too. They're a really great bank.
They really are.
There's certificates at really high percentages. So I only have like certificates, or I don't even use the checking, but it's percentage.
Yeah, and then I also heard that they're doing credit cards as well, so you can build your credit with them. Which I'm thinking of doing this week, or the next coming week. So yeah, I will talk about that later. Anyways.
Yeah, that's super cool. I think those are really great plans for kind of getting out of an unfortunate situation. Have you guys ever heard of the 50-30-20 rule, right? When it comes to saving and investing your paychecks?
Isn't it like 50 is saved or putting into something high yield, and then am I going?
No, you're on the right track. You're absolutely on the right track. But the 50-30-20 rule is it's essentially a cheat code, or like a little cheat sheet for how you split up your paycheck. So when you get a paycheck, ideally, a lot of times, especially in this country, with the way that companies don't like paying people enough, it's hard to do sometimes. But ideally, you split your paycheck 50% for necessities. That is like food, housing, your electricity, your water bill, stuff like that, your HOA. And then you have 30% for leisure. This is like hobbies, dining out, like the part of your life that you actually go to work for and want to be enjoying life, I guess. And then you have 20% for investments, for saving, and for putting away for a rainy day. What do you guys think of this model? Is this something that you guys do for yourself? Do you guys have a different model that you guys follow?
Honestly, like, I would say, well, right now I'm like in a really good place. Like, I don't pay rent yet. I am planning to move out, but I don't pay rent yet. So that's a really big, like, chunk, that I can save from the future paychecks I'm going to be getting. But I would have my goal to be higher than 20% saving, because I feel like 20% is good, but for the goals, especially that Kaylee and I have, and like that you have too, David, I feel like we're gonna need to be living a little bit below our means, a little bit more than 20%, if we want to get there at a faster rate, right? So for me, I was thinking, if possible, like 50-ish percent. Then again, like, first I'll see my paycheck, and then I'll be able to like distribute and do all of that. But that's the goal right now.
Yeah, so taking in consideration that we don't really pay much in rent. Like, I'm paying rent, but it's not as much as, anyone who's living in dear old San Diego. But my rent is around like an average around 400, so it's like, okay, That's like maybe a studio apartment or something. I don't know.
You
No,
get
not
half
even.
a
Yeah.
bathroom in San Diego for 400.
Yeah, that's
One
just a cardboard box.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah, I was looking at apartments. Minimum, like, oh my God, minimum like 2K per month. And like deposit, and then you need like, it's like 2 months deposit, and it's everything else on top. Utilities too. You gotta get like, it's actually insane. So
Dude. Yeah, no, I'm
it's
like actually
impossible.
so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like facing reality. It's like we can try to like advise all we want, but at the end of the day, people are just not getting paid enough. Like minimum wage isn't enough. It's really not.
It really is not.
Like there's no
No.
yeah.
You know, I was
The number one thing my mom taught me as a kid was to never settle for one stream of income, ever. Never settle for one stream.
yeah.
Like you can't survive from like one stream of income. And any millionaire or multimillionaire you talk to, they will never, oh yeah, I only have one stream of. No, that's like literally impossible.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. You ask a lot of people who are very, very successful and have their financial freedom. You ask them about their saving habits or whatever, right? Most of the time, they're just going to tell you to make more money.
Honestly, yeah.
It's
exactly.
a lot of times it really
Yeah.
as much as saving helps and is a really good habit for building your future. Ultimately, what it takes to actually set yourself free from that deathly cycle of like a dead end job and living paycheck to paycheck is you just need more income. Because
Yeah.
you need more income. If you have more income, you can save more. If you have more income, you can invest better. If you have more income, you can not live paycheck to paycheck. So basically every single problem that comes with all of this just comes from how much you're getting paid.
Exactly. And I love that you said that. I totally agree with that because what people don't realize is that investing is a multiplier, right? You can invest all you want, but if you compare someone who's investing $50 to someone who's investing $50,000 into the same stock, the same percentage of the gains that it's gonna get, obviously, you put in the $50,000, you're gonna get there at a way faster rate. So, end of the day, you need a cash flow system to actually invest, to actually have that multiplier.
And that's really scary coming from people who are very comfortable with the 9 to 5, right? It's intimidating. You don't know much about it. And people talk about it, but it's not like you have someone there holding your hand and working you through it, right? No one's there. You're kind of alone in that situation. And for starters, though, I'm just going to go back to it. I know that if you do only have one stream of income right now, but you don't have a Roth IRA, like start one, because that can help. That will help. It will. And yeah. What was I gonna say? Something about like, I know you're working a 9 to 5, but you definitely have more skills or tricks up your sleeve. You have passion. You do have passion. There's something out there that you really like, that you think is just fun. And if you can find a way to make money for you, even in the smallest way, if you're crocheting even, you just sell like little crocheted animals on Etsy. Okay, that's something. All right, that's something. You might not, be the top crocheter and start selling out immediately, but that's still something. That's still giving just a little hint of what you can start doing. If you're a drawer, if you are if you're really into video games, start streaming. I don't know. Like, like there's multiple ways to like just do it on the side, right? You just really have to find time to like just put in. Maybe if you are 9 to 5, put in like I don't know, like 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes a day to something that you want to find a passion in, or you have a passion in, that you're skilled in, right? Find a way. Start being like, okay, if I make this and I offer it to someone, if I'm really good at this and I offer it to someone, would they pay it? Yeah, of course they would. You're really good at that. You deserve to be paid for something that you're really good at. I mean, everyone does, right? It's just putting yourself out there. No one knows you're really good at it. No one knows. So you need to put yourself out there. You need to start posting about it. That's like rule number one, right? Start finding small things, right?
Yeah,
It's my tip.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times people come up with the excuse of like, oh yeah, I don't have the time. Like, oh, I have work, I have family, and I have this. And in sales, there's something that they always say, that when people say that they don't have time, it's because they don't see the value in it. So it really just boils down to the question of, if it's your dream, how much are your dreams worth to you? Are they worth 30 minutes a day? Are they worth an hour a day? Because the things that we see value in, we always have time for. Like, I like to use this example of taxes, because everybody sees value in taxes because the IRS can come after you, right? Nobody ever doesn't have time to do taxes, right? No matter how busy people are, they're going to find a way to do their taxes because the IRS doesn't play. But it's a matter of perspective, right? You have a life that you know is out there that could be attainable, but so often people, and even we sometimes say, like, I know that I do sometimes. I don't really have time for that. Oh, I got man, this bed is really comfortable.
Man, I'm just tired.
Yeah,
no, like, honestly though,
I just need a break. But like, when you think about it, how much is this actually worth? How much are those dreams worth? It really puts in perspective just how little of a commitment that time is, right? That you're taking away from other things. Because you're like, when I really take a step back and I look at my dream and my life and what I am investing my time into currently, I think I can take a little bit of time from here and put it into my dreams, and maybe it can compound into something great.
Yeah, just like investing. Wow. No, like seriously. Start small, right? I know it's very cliche to say, like, it's just one step after the other, right? But like it really does. Like once you start thinking about it, it really does make a difference. At the end of the day, your future self is going to look back and be like, "Thank you for doing that. I needed that because I'm here now." And you're there, and this is so much better, right? That really made me think about, just money in general for spending and giving money to other people. And it also just made me think of like driving around and like being at the stop sign and like someone's asking for money on the side of the street, and it's like, man, that could be me. That could be me right now. Like that literally could be me. Like asking for money and stuff, and very, very happy I'm not in that situation. But, there could be, a version of me out there who is really stuck down and just not knowing how to even begin with my life, with being able to access the things that money allows us to access. Um, I say it like that because it's just like, in the grand scheme of things, money is like energy in a way. Like in what I see, money is like energy, it flows, and like what you give receives back to you tenfold. But like energy and money is really just the same thing if you think about it. It's just transactions of being like, hey, I'm giving you this because you're giving this to me, right? If you think about it, does that make
A lot of that
sense?
is like the concept of sales, right? So it's like to be a really, really good salesman, you just have to convince the other person of the value of this. So it's like an agreement of value. So if you boil it down, like you basically just have to convince your client that this is what it's worth. So it's like making them, envisioning them, and having them see that this is worth it, that they should put time and effort into this, right? And like to go back, actually, like a lot of investing and a lot of it is just instant gratification, you know? Because like David, like earlier when you were like, oh, like I'd rather just sleep, like my bed's so comfy. It's like it's just 15-minute nap, you know? It's like that's pure like instant gratification. Like sleeping, like taking that 15-minute nap is so much better than like working your computer because you're not gonna see that progress of like millionaire you from the future, right? Like in that time, and you like David at that time is gonna enjoy the 15-minute nap a lot more. So it's like the same with investing, right? It's like it's so much more, it gives you that dopamine hit to like buy that thing. Like that lady with your paycheck, Haley. It's like it gives her that dopamine hit of like, oh, like I'm just gonna go spend my paycheck, you know? It's like because it's like instant. It's like it's nice, it's stimulating. But when you put it into a Roth IRA or like an investment account, you don't really see that money grow that much. It's not that big of like a whoa, like this is I got new shoes, like this is so cool. So it's like a lot of the things too is like if people learn how to like have discipline to control that, then all of their spending habits kind of get aligned with that too. So they're more likely to be more productive, to go work on your YouTube video rather than taking a nap and like go invest that money rather than spending it on like every like little materialistic thing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, I mean that was very well put by both of you guys. I think that is it's a super important perspective to have on investing and saving money, and spending money as a whole. But I think now would be a wonderful time for us to move on to our new segment, episode 2. So for this segment, we're going to be doing a little bit of would you rather. So I have a whole list of would you rather questions here on my other computer that we're just gonna ask a couple, see how many we can get through, in the amount of time we have, and yeah, got some exciting ones.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, which one should I pick?
Just go with the top one. I guess.
All right. Let's start off with this one. Would you rather be financially comfortable at 25 or wildly successful at 35?
What is wildly successful?
You got 10 mil in the bank account at 35 or 100 at 25. 100K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not 100 mil. And that was consistent.
Like consistent as in like
Okay, so how about we
how about we
rephrase this
rephrase
would you rather
this
question a little bit so that it can be a little bit easier to think through. Would you rather have $100K starting in your bank account starting from 25, right? And you get $100K a year, right? Starting from 25 the rest of your life.
Gotcha.
Or would you rather be essentially broke until you're 35 but have 10 mil in the bank for the rest of your life?
Oh, interesting. Honestly, I'd have to do some math. This is a very serious topic. But like from now, and since we are kind of pushing on investing, right? I would honestly go for the 25 with 100K. Because let's let that compound growth grow, And I kind of want to see if that would even out sometime soon. And while that was happening, I'd probably still be living below my means anyways, because like I wouldn't be balling out, I just kind of keep my life pay off, But yeah, I would take that. I would invest and honestly use that to start a business. Like have that be like capital to finally like go into like do my passion, fund my coffee shop that I want to start, like do a passion project that I actually want to do. So I feel like that'd be so cool to like do that at 25.
Yeah. How about you, Kaylee?
And this is like also saying that you're broke until you're 25.
Yeah, I mean, you're
essentially
Who you are now.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Well, here's the thing. With my living situation right now, I'm in a very comfortable position to be broke for a very long time.
You are in the dead end.
Bless.
So
God likes me.
I am the Earth's favorite, clearly. But honestly, I might just be broke till was it 35? I'm broke right now.
Valid. She's
I'm not gonna lie.
She's gotta be
I'm
patient.
still comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, both very valid.
I mean,
it's lots of money.
Because
Both ways.
Either way.
here's the thing too, because like I believe in like spending on others too. So like if I have that much money, I'm gonna make everyone a millionaire around me who I love.
That's really
interesting to say that because
I was reading this past weekend. I've been reading a lot. And I saw this. I read this quote that was like you don't. People who say that money doesn't buy happiness hasn't given others enough of it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It gives you access. Like it gives you access to cool things. Like sure, I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, bro, I'm 25 and I'm a millionaire. I don't know what to do. But like, come on. You're saying that and you're literally in Bali right now. Like, like you're sitting and you're on a yacht right now.
Yeah.
Like we can be anywhere. You can be in a cardboard box or a yacht. Which one makes you more happy? like
I'd rather be crying in my Lambo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference.
Yeah, like I'd rather be lonely in my mansion.
Yeah.
All right. So on that topic, we'll move into our next question.
Right.
So would you rather be horribly embarrassed, like publicly humiliated, but in exchange for that, you get a $1 million career. Or would you rather take the safe route and have like a decent career that you kind of just build on your own. But you just go the linear route. In the first option, you would be like an overnight success, and you would make it huge, essentially.
Overnight.
Hey man, energy is energy. It doesn't matter whether or not it's negative towards you, it's still energy, and take it. So, that being said, being embarrassed and someone's making like fun of you, they're talking about you. Just let it shine. Like, I don't know. Like, people talking about me behind my back, I get like excited. I'm just like, wait, hold on. You're talking about me? You have things to say about me? Girl, go on.
You rocking with
I did that? You think I'm that? Oh my god. Tell me about it. I'm so interested. Please. You think I'm that? Okay. Wow. Yeah, no. I love that. I eat that up. So that's just, that's me.
It's a great mindset to have, honestly. Not care.
It really is. I've been bullied before, so that's coming from experience.
How about you, Eve?
She was built that way. Yeah. I honestly, overnight, say less. Like, it's too much of a temptation, It's like, I feel like if it was an extended amount of time, like if I had to be consistently embarrassed, consistently like tormented for like 10 years or so, it'd be a harder choice. But since you said overnight, it's like, oh, fuck it. It's like, like, it'll be fine. It already happened. It's worth it. Like, the instant gratification is right there. It's worth it.
Wipe the tears away with the money.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
All right. So, moving on to our next question. Would you rather only know your credit score or only know your net worth if you could only know one? So moving forward in entrepreneurship. Yeah. So starting now, only moving forward. You could only know your net worth, or only know your credit score. Any business decision, any sort of decision you make financially.
I mean, doesn't your net worth, doesn't your credit score also affect your net worth?
No.
In a way?
Your net worth is your assets minus your liabilities.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, like, I would 100% say credit score, especially at the point in life where I'm at right now. Like, I need that credit score. Like, I need that credit score to be like top notch, perfect. Because like, we're trying to buy investment properties, trying to buy like all of these assets, right? But they're not gonna let you buy the assets unless you have perfect credit, and that's just playing the game, playing the system. So at this stage right now, thinking long term, for me, it'd be credit score.
You did bring up a really good point. And I feel like knowing your net worth, baby girl, you already cost millions. Like, just already know. Like, just know. I don't care how delusional you have to be. Just to get there. Already know that you are millions. Just your thoughts alone. Millions. So, taking that in mind, I also do credit score because I already know my worth.
Very valid. For our next question, would you rather know everything about business and nothing about personal finance, or the opposite?
Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, let's distinguish business and personal finance.
Yeah.
So a great man, but then have bad finances.
Yeah, for business, essentially, you know how to build a business, you know how to scale, you know how to sell, you know how to market. Personal finance is like when that actually comes into your bank account. Like what we've been talking about this entire time, right? Like how good
we bought 2 Lambos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how like
You know how like
those
No.
day traders
Instagram
be with like the
ugly as hell
With
ugly
the-
as hell cars.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah, no, to put in simple terms, you really have to, you can't hold a business. You can't hold it. You can't have a stable foundation if you don't have that knowledge of finance. So that's an easy finance for me.
well, you can be really
be
good
really
at
good
business.
at
I feel like
business. I feel like
this question is
this question is
more
more
about
about
if
if
personal finance is essentially like your
safety net,
right?
right?
Because what is personal
what is
finance
personal
all
finance
about?
all
Like,
about? Like
when it comes to
when
being
it comes to
smart
being
with your personal
smart with your
finances,
personal
it's
finances,
about building that
building that
foundation,
foundation,
right? Building
right?
that
Building that
safety net so that
when
when things do
things
go
do
wrong,
go wrong,
you're all
you're
good.
all
Like your
good.
life
Like your
doesn't
life
doesn't get
doesn't get
interrupted.
interrupted.
You don't have to
You don't have to.
you don't
You don't.
so like if your
So like
business
if your
goes down,
business goes
which
down,
it sometimes
which it
might,
sometimes might,
right?
Mhm.
right?
Your personal finance
is like
your personal stuff
your personal
is still
stuff
locked down.
is still locked down.
Yeah.
So if you're really,
So
really,
if
good,
you're
at
really,
business,
really good at
but
business, but
terrible at personal
personal
finance, right?
right?
Business crashes, you're cooked.
you're cooked.
But when the business is doing well,
you're also, I mean,
you basically don't feel anything.
don't feel anything.
So
So
on the other
on
hand,
the other
if you're
hand,
really, really
if you're
good
really,
at
really good
personal
at
finance,
personal finance, but you're just
god awful
awful
at business, right? It's
right?
really hard
It's really
to get
hard
a
to
lot of
get
money,
a lot of money,
right?
right?
But
At
at least stable.
you're stable.
Yeah, see, that goes like perfectly along the lines of what we were talking about earlier. How we were talking about you need that huge amount of steady, like huge cash flow, right? Because at the end of the day, you can invest all you want, you can save all you want, but without that huge lump sum from your income, from your actual business, you're just gonna be stable, and that's where you're gonna get in life. So even though it is the irresponsible decision, I don't condone buying 3 Lambos if your paycheck can pay for it. I would do it. It'd be fun. It would be fun, like it'd still be fun to be in a yacht in Bali, even if it's like kind of just breaking even with my business. Like at least I'll be in a yacht in Bali, not like in the 9 to 5. Like kind of like a YOLO moment. Like
Yeah. You only live
You only
once.
live once.
yeah. Yeah, what about you, Kaylee?
You have a good point. You do have a good point.
The yacht is tempting.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
Hmm. And if you're just really good at business, then like you can always pay someone to do your finances for you.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Or just make more
Oh
money.
shoot.
Yeah.
Oh
If your
shoot.
business goes down,
Well-
just build another one.
Build another one.
Yeah.
You're so right. Okay, never mind. I take the business route too, because now that I'm thinking about it, that would be nice. It will be nice. It will be, because it's gonna happen. So I can't wait.
Valid point. You can honestly hire like a financial advisor, and we have a good business anyway, so we can pay for like the top ones. Wealth management,
Yeah.
always up there. So we have options.
Yeah, just
With money,
delegate.
That
Just
is very
delegate.
true.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Money talks.
Money talks.
Money talk. Money talks. Yeah. No.
No,
No, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. All right. Last question. So, would you rather have a business partner who's brilliant but unreliable, or
They're
consistent?
very consistent.
Ooh, interesting.
Hmm.
It has to be the consistency. It has to be, because it's like if you don't have that trust with your business partner, if you can't rely on them, like it's so unpredictable. And with the business, especially like when it's first starting out, you want to eliminate all of the factors that are like wild cards. So you need, even though it's just like a mediocre partner, you need someone who's always going to show up, who's always going to be there, who's always going to put their 110% effort.
You bring up a really good point. Consistency is extremely important. And yes, it's very tempting to be like, but the other guy, he's got some good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's not reliable, then what are you going to do with those ideas? Like, they aren't going to move from the ideas. It's just going to be there, and you can't rely on that. It's not going to work. So I'd also agree with you.
I have a caveat. I have a caveat.
Oh,
Throw a little bit.
Okay, love. Full wild card.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if this
This
business partner
business
who was
partner
brilliant,
who was
but
brilliant,
very
but
unreliable?
very unreliable.
Because when I think of a character like this, I think of Sherlock Holmes. So what if this business partner was essentially the Sherlock Holmes of finance, and they were absolutely just like one in a billion type of mental processing talent, but they're just every once in a while they go into this funk where they're down horrendous, and like you can't talk to them, or they're gonna crash out.
So he's got a little bit. Oh, one sec. You talk. One sec.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like, if you're saying that he's like Albert Einstein of the finance world, I mean, you kind of need Sherlock Holmes. You know, you kind of need Albert Einstein on your team. Be a pretty good player. So it's like you just have to account for the times that they're not going to be there, but like also just make use of their ideas. Like, get their ideas, but then you funnel it and actually take action, and you build that consistency. Like, you be that solid foundation, since you already know that they're going to be unreliable. But take their ideas, take their genius.
Productive.
That is true. That's true. It's a really good counter argument right there.
Yeah, it's a matter of if they're
smart enough. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, it's this Sherlock Holmes we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a Sherlock.
Yeah, okay. I get you. I think I'll also lean that way, just because it's like, all right, well, if he has all these they have all these great ideas out there, you can get the ball rolling if you know the right connections. If you use AI to like conquer that, anything is possible. So might as well.
Anything is possible. I think that is the quote to take away from today. No matter where you are, anything is possible. So
Seriously. I mean, look at us. Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us. Seriously, like, how did we meet? Dude,
we'll go over that in a future episode.
We will.
Yeah.
But do you guys have any closing words? Anything y'all wanna leave the people leave the digital footprint?
Digital footprint.
I'd say I really like the idea of money as like energy. Again, going back to just like energy and like let it flow, right? Allow it to not be stagnant. It needs to be flowing water. It needs to be constantly moving somewhere. Don't let it stay and get all moldy and murky with a little bit of, moss growing out. Like, don't let it do that. Let it flow. Treat money like water.
Ooh.
Treat money like water.
Ooh. Yo, write that down.
Yeah, we need it on our shirt.
Back to the hats and shirts.
Yeah, back to the merch. Coming soon.
We honestly should. That'd be really fun. Just to have like an Etsy with like printable shirts. Guys.
They actually have. Yeah, they have those.
Like
You just
money like water.
Crochet.
Water.
Why does it sound like a Karate Kid quote?
Money is water.
Let it flow.
I'm trying to think
there's a
now.
joke
There's a joke
connecting
connecting
this
this to drip
somewhere along
somewhere
the
along
lines.
the lines.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Ooh.
it's just not coming.
It's just
to me
not
right
coming
now.
to me right now.
But that's for next episode. Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's my takeaway. Money is water. There we go. Thank you so much for listening to our second episode, Spending Money.
Don't spend it. Invest it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend less.
Spend less.
Earn more.
Earn more.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
That is it for
That
today.
is it
then.
for today. Then
We will catch you guys all next week.
next week.
Thank you guys
Thank
for
you guys
watching
for
and
watching
listening.
and listening.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
End stream.
End stream.
Nope, that did not end it.